The amount of user data that we're seeing has exploded. It's been a stair-step function over the last 6 months. And it's been growing over the last 10 years, and we see it continuing to grow over time. What's interesting is we are seeing more device IDs and user IDs than the population of the planet times, multiples.
So what are some exciting ways that streaming media owners or advertisers can use that data to improve their outcomes, whether we're talking user experience or campaign-specific outcomes?
So a lot of the TV manufacturers have some ACR data, and the ACR data is being used to retarget and control frequency across linear and digital.
What do you see as the biggest challenge that the streaming industry needs to address related to data?
I think one of the biggest problems we have is that there's so much data, and a lot of this data is probably not even active anymore. We're seeing user IDs and device IDs that we haven't actually seen requests for in a very long time, and it's just growing and growing over time. So we as an industry are carrying around all this data that isn't actually even that usable anymore, and we're all paying to store it and make it active.
What are some use cases for machine learning that you think media owners or advertisers stand to benefit from the most today?
So there's a lot of use cases for machine learning and AI in advertising. I think some really interesting ones around content recognition and also categorization. So if you think about it from the advertiser's side, they want to understand what is the content that they are advertising on. And from the publisher side, they want to know the opposite. What are the ads that are showing up on my sites and my content? And so using AI and machine learning, we can do things like transcribe the ads and the content. We can then use that transcriptions to understand the categories. Yeah, so with the cookie going away, I think everyone's intuition is like, oh, well, there's no more cookies, there's no more data to store. And it's actually the opposite of that. Everyone's going to have a unique cookie space. So when we talk about how the data is exploding, well, now it's going to explode times 50, 100, because every publisher is going to have a unique ID for each user. And everyone's going to be passing that data around and trying to store it, and it's going to become a huge data problem. So storing that amount of data at rest, relatively easy, relatively cheap. Making it active in the request stream, so 1 million QPS, making it so that you can target and report on that data is actually a very hard problem. And so if you fix 50x, 100x the amount of data that you have to make active, it becomes almost impossible for a lot of these companies to do.
Do you think some of these post-cookies solutions are going to gain traction, or is it going to be a multitude of solutions that we end up using?
Ooh, that's a hard question. Are you talking about like UID?
Yeah, or the LiveRamp ID or whatever ID that's out there.
Yeah. I haven't seen evidence that any of these post-cookie solutions, like one of them is going to win and that is going to be ubiquitous. I think it's going to be a series of different solutions, and everyone's going to pick their poison for the time being, and then over time maybe we'll see one or two emerge as the one that everyone is supporting. So I mean, yeah, the AI buzz is always an interesting conversation. I've heard a lot of pitches now, and it's like they say AI 1,000 times, and that's the entire pitch. I think what's funny is that it's not new. A lot of these technologies actually were coming out like 2 or 3 years ago, like what I mentioned with transcribing audio to text. That's something that's become widely available within the last 3 years. What you're now seeing is the products that are being built on top of those solutions. So it's been around. People have been slowly collecting, building their data sets, and now they're making it so you can actually build a product on top of it. So I think it's very real. I think there's a lot of buzz, particularly around LLMs, large language models, the ChatGPTs of the world. And we're going to see a bunch of products being built on top of those as well. The categorization problem it's particularly good at. But I think there is a lot of misunderstanding about what that particular type of AI is good for. People think it solves every single problem. But when you're talking about ad tech and you need these responses in milliseconds, an LLM is not really the right choice for a lot of the decisions we have to make in ad tech.
So are we headed to a place where we're going to be kind of handing over the media planning and buying to machines entirely, and we're not going to totally understand how it's working, or is that too extreme?
I think that's a little extreme, especially in the near term. We have to remember that these LLMs, you can ask it the same question twice and you'll get 2 completely different answers, right? And so I'm not sure. I'm positive it will be used in the media planning space. I'm not sure that we're going to be in a place where we just literally hand over the keys in the next few years. I think it'll take some time to shake out.